Welcome to our weekly energy forecast and meditation.
Yay!
I'm Sabine.
I'm Juna.
And we're from Synergy in Motion, where it's all about empowering you to live true to you. And please do check out our website. Link is in the comments below or above here. And find out what we do and how we can support you being more of you. So in these forecasts and meditations, we always bring a piece of wisdom, inspiration to you to contemplate and to ponder. And it's all based in what is presently in the air, in the zodiac, with each other. We're just tuning into whatever stands out for us, and we bring it to you as an invitation for contemplation. And this week?
This week we have a delicious energy. It is all about universal love, and it's an energy that we can really bathe in and open up to. That it's universal love can just wash through us and wash away all of those places in us where we're holding on, where we're constricted, where we're tight, and just really breathe in this energy of love. It's really, it's there for you. And it's not just this week, it's always there. So really tapping into that energy. And we are in this time of initiation, the quarter of initiation with human design. And in this, we are also being initiated. I was thinking about that in bed last night when I was waking up. And, we are initiating and beginning new things, but we are also the ones who are being initiated into a new way of being. So with that, we have this energy, there's an energy of innocence that we begin this journey of initiation, and we call it the Fool's Journey. And Sabina was the first one who told me about this Fool's Journey. It is a myth. Not a myth. It's a story that describes our human condition from innocence into wisdom through trial and error, through growing, through, trial by fire and all of these things that we move through. And then we come out the other side. Maybe we fall flat down, but we get back up. And the theme that we wanted to present this week is really how, when you fall down, can you still maintain your innocence? Can you still maintain that childlike wonder, curiosity, and awe that you had when you started out on the journey and you didn't know any better? Because we don't know the unknown, and we are in this time of initiation and we don't know what's ahead. So there's this excitement, enthusiasm, and this naivete that we jump into this unknown as the fool at the beginning of the journey, and then move through all of these pathways.
And we sometimes have the sense that we lose our innocence. But I've met many people that said, oh, I lost my innocence a long time ago, almost jokingly. But they partly believe that. And for me, it is really, innocence stands for an open heart. And yes, sometimes it can seem like you're closing your heart and you can't love anymore and be innocent in that way. But that is very rarely, if ever, really true. Like your mind might believe that, but when you tune in and as soon as you see something that makes you smile, that spark is still there. Like a little child smiling at you, a beautiful plant, a sunset, baby Yoda, for whatever reason, right? That makes some people smile. So as long as you have those moments, your innocence is very present. Your mind might not be able to tap into that, but it's there.
And as we move on this path from innocence to wisdom, we gain more knowledge as we go through trials by fire and all of this. And we gain knowledge. And when we mix knowledge with love, we gain wisdom. If we get bumped around and we don't grow from these experiences, we don't bring love into these experiences, then we can become bitter, and this becomes our wounding. And so we want to just be able to look at that wounding and bring the balm of love into it, and all of those places where, we might be unable to forgive someone or unable to let go freely, and just bring this energy of universal love into that situation and surrender to it and let it do its work rather than us having to try so hard. So seeing universal love as a balm that can nurture you and heal everywhere that you've been through these wounds. Yeah, you might still have a scar, right? We have the scars from our wounding, but we come through with this great wisdom and this ability to love. And what is available with universal love, it is the ability to love a tree as much as you love a person, as much as you love a flower, as much as you love your car. It's just open to loving with no conditions.
Mm-hmm. I'm just laughing because I'm thinking of Big Yoda, who has this thing about there is no try, there's do or don't. And the Course in Miracles says you either love or you don't. And that's universal love. It's something that flows through you. You don't have to muster it up. That's a personal love that is grown over time. But universal love is just there. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do anything other than be yourself. It flows through all of us. It's what keeps our heart beating. Mm-hmm. That energy of yes to life. That opening up.
Yeah, I like that word. Even if we have a scar or a hardened, crusty part of ourselves, just opening up to that universal love to soften and melt it a little bit in your own time, in your own way.
Or celebrate it. Celebrate your crustiness and your stuckness and be present. Like the other day, I had a wave of fear that I have not experienced in about 30 years. I was just overcome for no reason with this intensity of being afraid. And I was surprised because I'm usually not somebody who's afraid. And I was just present with that fear and just sat with it. And it shifted and turned into space, and it wasn't as intense, and it literally dissolved. But I have allowed my mind to make a story about it, I would have tumbled with that fear into quite some darkness, trying to figure out why and how and blah, blah, blah. But being present with it in that energy of universal love, breathing with it, really allowed me in a short period of time, an hour, to transform it and not be a victim of it. So that was a very powerful experience for me to see the power of love and presence and witnessing and being non-judgmental.
I mean, that is the fool's journey. That is our journey in life, right? Just moving through that. So thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that.
And it's really allowing yourself to experience the spectrum of falling and getting up and tumbling and dancing between the dark and the light.
Falling, we were talking about like falling on your ass. Yeah. Sometimes you fall and you get up, and sometimes you fall and you stay down for a while. And that's all part of this journey. And then eventually, there will be a glimpse and you will get up again, right? And then you grow and get wisdom and more love and compassion for yourself.
And what can give you the strength is that childlike curiosity. When you're like up to here in the mud, it's like, I wonder, what else could I be here? What else could I do here? What else? Like that curiosity can be the strength that gets you out of that. When you're knowing, your inner knowing is your guide, this gives you the juice to actually be able to get up, no matter how hard you're smacked down, and to celebrate your heights, right? It's about all of it. It's a swing in life from one end to the other. It's a polarity in which we dance, and in which the beauty of being human and our humanity is being given birth to, right? It pops open our capacity to love is incredible. It's a huge gift. And particularly to love in the face of duality, like being able to love the other is amazing. It's really a very healing, beautiful gift, which does not mean that you like it. Big difference. I wanted to throw that in as well. To love someone doesn't mean that you have to like them. Right? Very, very big differentiation. That in itself is something to ponder.
And one more thing that's just so juicy. I know it is. I really loved what you said about curiosity and wonder and being your guide, and that innocence as a guide. Really let innocence and wonder and curiosity lead your way on your path. And when you forget that, when you think you know everything, when you're all filled up with your knowledge, open up a crack, right? There's a crack in everything. Open up through that innocence that will take you to the next piece, right? That's another greatness about innocence. It's like, oh, what's next? I wonder what this is like. We think we know it all when we're old and wise. No, there's always more. Become like a child.
Keep on tumbling. So
Okay,
should we tumble into the meditation?
Yes, let's tumble in.
Cool. So, before we dive in, always let us know your thoughts and your contemplations in the comments below, because we love hearing from you. It's about conversation, not about a monologue from us to you. We really love hearing from you.
We do.
Having said that, let's just get comfortable. Give your body that wriggle that allows you to find a position that your body is comfortable and ready to relax. And take a deep breath in. And let that breath go. And another one. Deep breath in. Allowing yourself to come present in this moment with your body. Relaxing your body into the earth. Coming home to yourself. That space of you. And become aware of your breath. How you breathe in and out. In your natural rhythm. And become aware of that point where your in-breath tips into the out-breath. And the out-breath tips into the in-breath. From filling yourself up, all the way being full, and then letting go into the nothing, into the empty. to then again open up, receiving, filling yourself up. And then letting it go. Just take a couple of moments to be present with this energy, this pulse of life, from fullness to emptiness, to fullness to emptiness. And then shift your focus to the breath itself, the journey between fullness and emptiness. Just notice the filling up and the letting go between the points of turning. And allow yourself to relax into that in-breath, that out-breath. Receiving and letting go. And while you are with your breath, also open your energetic heart to the power of universal love, the love that doesn't judge, that is present, that flows through everything, including you. And let it fill your heart. And let it fill your journey from receiving to letting go. Receiving love. Letting it go, radiating it into the world to make space for more, receiving more, creating space. surrendering to the flow of life and living. And then become aware of your life. Where in your life do you feel full? And it doesn't matter if it's full of joy or full of challenges. And breathe with that. Be aware that this too is in the same flow, flowing from the intake to the output. And just surrender to that rhythm with your presence, with whatever it is where you're currently full. And then let that fullness flow into the out-breath, into the letting go. Opening up for something different, something new. And let the cycle flow through whatever you're focusing on. And notice if there are any hesitations to let go because it's so good, or so you're so used to it and you don't know what would happen if you did let go. And just be present with that. You don't have to do anything about it, just notice. And keep breathing, flowing between receiving and letting go. Become aware of something in your life where you feel you're empty, where there's nothing, a void. And again, this can be a very nurturing space or a very desperate space. It doesn't matter, but it's the quality of nothing, no thing. Just think of an area in your life where you experience the nothing, the empty. The moment where the out-breath has emptied you, life has emptied you.
It can be a space of not knowing either, just not knowing what's next.
And breathe with that. Keep on flowing. And again, allow yourself to open up, to receive in that utter emptiness. Fill it with the universal love, with you. Receive. And then let it go again. Flowing into the empty, the nothing, the unknown. With your presence, with whatever it is that you're focusing on. And just check in. Are there any places where you're holding on to the nothing, the unknown, the emptiness? And breathe with that attachment. Receiving universal love and radiating it out, letting it go. Then allow your awareness to expand, become present of the emptiness and the fullness and the journey. And open up to the fullness of your journey. between receiving and letting go. And become aware if there's any judgments, if you're tumbling or if you're flying. If you're mastering it, or if you're just the fool that's tumbling through this. It doesn't matter. It's all part of the journey. Give yourself permission to fly. Give yourself permission to tumble. And love every moment. And in this energy, in this space, let's be together and become aware of this planet where we are approaching the end of a swing and the new beginning of another one. We're at this turning point where it can be rather turbulent. And let's just be present with that wisdom of everything changes, everything moves from pole to pole. And let's keep our hearts open in these times that can be very challenging. And flow from receiving into contributing, letting go, receiving, letting go, loving in all of it. And hold this planet with our love and our surrender to this flow. And particularly become aware of those who believe that they're stuck or that they're right, that are holding so tightly onto one end or the other, that it seems like there is no movement possible. Let's love them. And be present in the flow with them. Not pushing them or facilitating anything other than being present, lovingly. in the wisdom that this too will change. When or how is not up to us. And then come present to yourself again, your sacred space, your breath, your flow. And ask yourself, how much more could you enjoy your flight, your tumbling, your daily adventures in living with no judgment and a whole lot of love? Is there more space to open up for you to enjoy it, whether it is dark or light? Whether it is easy or difficult. How much space is there for you to enjoy it? And we are very grateful for you to have the courage to stumble, to fly, to play out the full spectrum of living, from the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, because all of it is beautiful ultimately and sets you free to be more of you. So thank you for being you. Very much so.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabina, for that beautiful flight, that journey.
And tumbling.
Gorgeous. Yes, thank you. My heart is full and empty at the same time. So thank you all for joining us, and you are a treasured part of our community, our online community, our local community, our heart community. So when you're feeling like you're all alone, you're not. Tap into this. This is an energy available to you at all times. And you can always reach out to us through our work that we do in our immersion program. We work with you one-on-one and walk with you through these times. So please check us out, give us a call. We are very available, and willing to walk with you through all of this. So we will see you next week for more. I wonder what's coming next week. Stay tuned.
Bye.